Welcome to This Week in Trucking. My name is Amy. Today I want to talk about something we've heard a lot about in the last few weeks. English language proficiency. We've heard a lot of takes on this, but very little actual guidance of what drivers should do about the situation. There's only about a week left before this goes into effect nationwide. So I did a little digging to see what carriers need to know about the situation. Here's what we know. On June 25th, Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance inspectors will be able to issue out-of-service violations to drivers unable to pass roadside tests for communicating in English and understanding road signs. This is happening as a result of the Trump administration and a mandate from the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy. English proficiency has been a requirement on the books for many years, but the implementation of the law has been suspended for nearly a decade. Starting June 25th, although it's already in effect in a couple of states, an inspector who finds a driver who's unable to speak sufficient English can stop and issue an out-of-service violation, even without conducting a highway sign test. An exception to this implementation is in commercial border zones. Inspectors will still cite the drivers for the violation in these zones, but won't place them out of service or disqualify the driver. Here's what we don't know. We don't know what the impact of the English proficiency test will be. Some carriers report that brokers are already insisting on speaking with the drivers assigned to the load to make sure they speak English. According to an FMCSA report of the commercial motor vehicle workforce, in August of 2023, 3.8 of CDL holders had limited English proficiency. But there are some people saying that the number is much higher. It's also unclear what the process is to get drivers back to work if they did fail the test. Is there a course they can take, a period of time they have to wait, a test they can pass? There's still a lot of uncertainty. So what should carriers do? Number one, explain the English language proficiency regulation to drivers and make sure your drivers can pass the test. Do a test with each driver to make sure they can identify and explain each highway sign. It might sound obvious, but the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices for Streets and Highways, or MUTCD, is over 1,000 pages long. So it's worth scanning through to make sure you and your drivers are prepared. Number two, if you're hiring new drivers, interview them in English. Include topics like route origins and destinations, amount of time spent on duty, including driving time, information on driver's licenses, information on shipping papers, like type of weight of the load, or whether or not it contains hazardous materials, and vehicle equipment. What questions do you have about English language proficiency? How do you think this will affect your business? Let us know in the comments. Drive safe!